Hello, and welcome to one of those few videos where I'm going to actually record my voice to do commentary. As you see, that's just like bullshit, but the more important topic is Gemini CM, results, all that stuff. Well, as a fact, if you actually check my profile right now, I simply bested the other two players in the CM, or Champions meeting. So, how did I do it? Let's look through the list already. So there was actually a key weakness that both opponents had when I faced them. Both of them were whales. That much was for sure. Because they both went for keys on black and got, basically 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5. And meanwhile, I didn't have either of those. So I was kind of working with a bit of scraps. But despite that, they had high speed, high stamina, and low power, which I would say that is around 600. Only there was one player with 700 power, which was actually the only concerning one. Meanwhile, the rest, besides that, they also had low wit and low guts. So let's actually look through some of the Umas I was using. So let's actually look at Nice Nature. This is one of them. It may not look special, but I'll say nice. Just in case. I don't know why I had restart there. This was a useless this is a useless skill. Because I was running Nice Nature as a late surger because of All Seeing Eyes, but the more important one, hesitant as and closers. Important if you want to make sure to maintain a lead. And why do you have Murmur? What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Whatever. But besides that, that was the Nice Nature I used. Nice All Seeing Eyes, and then the cards I used. Yep. I didn't even get to the end. But the strategy was slap on that gold debuff skill and pretty much win career mode like that. Now, Harora. This is a really funny one. Because front at S rank. So while it does not do anything at the moment, so when that update does occur that actually fixes the amplitude for style, it will be plus 10. It would be plus 10% of whatever the current wit stat is. But of course I had subdued frontrunner, subdued pace late, and then hesitant and closers. So it's when Harura reaches the end section, which usually is on time, which is really nice. Professor of Curvature, because why not? Straightaway Acceleration, why not? Iron Will, just in case Harura just happens to be in the group at that time. Usually the group breaks up a little bit, and that allows Harura to go back to being front with an acceleration skill. It's usually just enough, but otherwise Harura maintains. As long as you don't get rushed, they basically maintain the front for nearly the entire mid race. Now, the ace. What did my ace have? Long S and Turf S. So, with Long S, this would make it borderline above 1,200 speed with Lone Wolf active, which was active during the time I'm in that final CM. But I also had standard distance, so that put Goshi at just above 900. But I also had Turf at S, which I would say that's probably the most important stat for the setup, because if you're front running with Harora, you usually don't want anyone else front running as well, and that's what occurred. So that gave Goshi the setup. Of course, Swinging Maestro, basically recovery on corner and downhill recovery. Two simple skills that occur, but of course Wit, really nice to have, especially above 400. It means that these have a really great chance of activating, which both did activate during their whole race, which is really good. Firm conditions. There's a reason I double circled this, because the goal was to put my opponents into a power check, like an acceleration check. Once I do that, it's all the matter of luck. Because that means I'm putting myself at the same level as my opponent, but with a slight advantage. Home stretch haste, mostly to have it make sure that Goshi can maintain the lead. In closer straightaways, this is more of a gambling skill. If it activates at final spurt, that's really nice. Straight acceleration, also a gambling skill, but of course in this CM it activated on the perfect time, which enabled Goshi to just immediately take front really fast. Straightaway spurt, pre-standard, this activates at expected time. This is actually, funny enough, straightaway spurt, or rather, straightaway acceleration activated at the same time as straightaway spurt. So it enabled Goshi just to take the front really easily. In Anchors Away, level 4, or pre-standard as a free-to-play, just basically enables Goshi to get into a good position in time. Of course, with Goshi being my Oshi. Funny enough, this run with Goshi, basically the career run did not go wrong, except at one instance. Takarazuka Keenan, 17th place. Now, let's actually check the other video. Well, let's actually check the YouTube video, which is one I just recorded, but I kind of neglected to, I neglected to talk about well, I neglected it to basically explain too late. But we're going to the video where I have my Goshi, where everyone has that great, and I'm simply checking through the power stats. No power passive, Civ, and relatively low. This is actually, let's go back a little bit. I'm pretty sure it just showed. So it showed the 2 threats, which is the other Goshi. 765 power. That is both impressive but also really scary to face, because if their Goshi got ahead, it wouldn't really matter if I got more speed at that time. It'll be too late. So it kind of was a bit of luck. Same with that Goshi, it was near 700, but I had more power overall, so I was gonna safely win. This one was also concerning. I mean, imagine seeing that Symbolic Rudolph with double circle firm conditions. That is really spooky, but luckily he had Turf on A. That was about it. So they were not much of a threat. That's beyond the debuff. Of course, I'm looking through the other ones, and they don't seem too impressive. And I just simply start it. So let's go back and let's go up ahead. I'm just gonna pause it here. I love that face. Double crown, the goat, double crown, the goat, and then there's just me, triple crown, Steamy Solidarity. Little did I know, I'm gonna put them in a power check. because no one is running front runner except Harura. So, actually, hold up. Early activation cooldown though. What? Why? What? Hey? I just realized that. Like, why did Suze's recovery activate that early? Like, that was super early too. That was like not even. That was like just barely a second over. That's really unlucky. But subdued late surgers from Hara, and then they're gonna hit Pace later. But otherwise, Hara is just basically slowly gaining acceleration so they can catch up. There you go. Hara gets their acceleration and starts catching up to be as a designated frontrunner. All of them activate theirs. All the Pace Chaser activated for Hara. Hara is going to maintain front for majority of this race. So we see that all the Goshis are at the back. Simply put. My Goshi is going to soon be at the back, 9th place. At least during the whole mid-race, which is actually perfect for Goshi to be at. But it comes with a high risk of being blocked. But it was perfect. It had perfect conditions that enabled Goshi to do their thing. There you go. There's Goshi at the back. Of course, we see that number 8, which is Harura, maintaining front. Major McQueen, number 2, number 4, where is Narita? But meanwhile, the rest of the group is just chilling at the back. And then number 1, which is Goshi, merely just chilling at the back. All of them activate, but that's when they strike, and that enables the positioning to occur. Goshi chooses outer, which is huge. Huge. Sure, sure. There's a Nice Nature there, but Nice Nature actually loses. I think Nice Nature was starting to lose a bit of guts there. So now they lost positioning even more. So it just enabled Goshi, which is not in the camera scene. But yeah, you see them. Let's go back a bit. They're gonna appear again. There's a Goshi going outer. So, but now Goshi is starting to zoom, ankles are straightaways. Actually, let's go back a bit. Straightaway spurt, straightaway acceleration. In this back-to-back. This enabled Goshi to immediately take forward. And then ankles are straightaways. Also nice pops before falling all the way back. Same with Harura. This enabled pretty much Goshi just to be maintaining this pace. Harura pops this, but it was too late to hit the other Goshi, so it's me versus that very other Goshi. That Goshi at the far back is not going to catch up, but the second one is very close. But I managed to pop, my Goshi managed to pop home stretch haste, and luckily gets enough speed just to start outpacing him. Which is massive. Of course, and then I just showed the deck. It's just not even impressive. But the key aspect of course, is that I simply just gone with. The key aspect here is that I gone with two train effectiveness over Sweet Tosho. So I chose Nishino Flower over Sweet Tosho, all because of train effectiveness. That was about it. Both of them were at max limit breaks. Well, no, none of them were at max limit break except for the friend card, which is going to be the Kiri-san Black. But otherwise Nishino Flower and Sutosho were at limit break 0. So it kind of just made sense to go with the SSR card in the instance that they go to power training, which paid off. King is there for for more chance of the skill hint towards corner recovery. Asian Flash is just there for home stretch haste. And Naritashin is for basically for the possibility of Lone Wolf, which worked. Because no one else was really going to run Lone Wolf. But also, if you get Lone Wolf, it means you deny everyone else Lone Wolf, which is really nice. And of course, you can see like both the opponents I faced were pretty much whales. So, and it was all because they didn't have enough power, and I just put them in a check. Actually, there is a Lone Wolf. Hold up. Nice nature. Okay, so I didn't have the Lone Wolf passive up. Alright. That was actually really interesting. I didn't notice that at first. But otherwise, I just simply just went with it. I could probably run Sympathy, and that would work as well, because no one really runs that. But there you go. First place, and just simply got it. But that was like about it. But of course, as that's simply it. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I guess I'll see you at Mile Champion. At Cancer Cup of CM, or rather Champions Meeting in Cancer Cup, which I'm gonna definitely not have a great time trying to set up. But hey, at least I'm gonna try and make a Mile Goshi and a Turf Hara, because that'll be significantly easier to make. But it'll be just as fun, in some sense. See ya.